do you really want to know? You
Yeah.
know, what's out there? Like, this is not what you shouldn't be doing this. This is not something that, you know.
You're gonna attract some weird attention and you're done.
Right. And so,
And you're trouble.
and the idea being that you don't understand what the galactic game is being played, right? You
Right.
only understood your
There's a
own
whole other
Earth
game
game.
out there
There's a
then.
whole other game. And that game is
And
like,
now and that game is for real.
yeah, they will destroy you the first moment they know you exist, because like
Yeah.
that's the game. It's like we don't want any competing civilizations, right?
No.
So
Why would it's too much of a risk and a problem.
right, because if you develop high enough, then you're going to be competition. You're going to be
Yeah.
competing,
You're gonna
with
become a
us.
problem for sure.
Because
So
the
that's
idea
just
being that
prudence.
the energy of the universe is in this way finite, right? In
Right.
the available resources that can be extracted.
Hmm.
That's at least a premise that this is the case, and therefore it makes sense for an advanced alien civilization to destroy Earth when they found you. It's like, well, we
Yeah,
don't
it's
want you to be a
practical.
competition. I want all the stuff that you have, but I don't want
Yeah.
you to exist, because
Sorry.
you're going to be competing with me.
Yeah, that's just reality. And you just like, nope, not gonna accept it. Goodbye. I'm controlling what I have. I have this power right now, so I'm gonna exercise it to save myself the problem later.
It's like the rule of the jungle, right? The rule of the jungle, man, if you watch some of these animal documentaries, holy
Yeah,
shit.
they're intense.
Freaking intense, man. It's just basically there's
Wild.
no mercy, no,
No.
basically if you lose, you lose.
It's the jungle, bruh.
It's the game they play is all
The
or nothing.
game is over.
Right? And you see the competition, the kind of thing that developed because of it. See the competition, the pressure, the evolutionary pressure, and then you have all these. We would think that it's wonderful that these animals develop like mimicry, to develop some kind of camouflage and pattern and stuff like that. It looks
all
cool.
These strategies, biological.
But that's just to survive. For them, it's like in that environment, this is what drives you to kind of be better, right? You have to evolve, otherwise you're done. So that's the game they're playing. Right? That's the set of game. Like the animals understand the game, the parameter by which they need to survive, right? They're like, you don't need to teach them how to survive. They're doing it by natural process, right? And they're all trying to play the game of survival. And some will win, some will lose. But they all seems to naturally kind of getting the game basically, and they're just doing what they're programmed to do, or like what their instinct tell them to do. And that again, thinking back to humans and how basically the question is never answered. Why do we have consciousness? Why do we have all of a sudden we're aware of the game?
Yeah,
we're aware
on?
we're actually making game, or not just understanding games, but
what's going
we're
on?
inventing new games. So what the hell is that? Right? But these animals, they're doing their thing, and we're supposed to be, if according to science,
doing their thing.
We came from the same environment, but why do we somehow have a sense of self-recognition, consciousness, and self-awareness, right? So that's the question we're still trying to answer, and we can't. And what does it mean?
That's so
eternal
weird.
question.
We don't know what we are, essentially. You know what I mean?
We don't.
No.
Do you really know who you are or what you are?
What the hell this is?
How do you define it? And there are ways to define it, but I mean, we all have our idea of what it means, but that's just a subjective modifier that we kind of add to ourselves. Like, oh, I have a name, I have a set of parents, and I understood I remember where I lived. I remember all these things that happened to me, and sure, that creates that's the breadcrumbs which created this kind of record of you existing, what you did before. But that was it. That's the only thing you can go define yourself with, is all the memories, all the experiences you had, and your own quote unquote sense of self. But who the hell are you? Right?
Yeah.
What exactly
what is it?
Yeah, what's the
what is all this? You're served this customized version of reality, and it feels so individual that you're like, is this how normal life is supposed to happen? It's just disorienting.
And then it's like, what's normal? Right?
Yeah.
And the question again is very uncomfortable, because then when you start asking these questions, then you can't have a normal life then, because you are asking all the questions that kind of make it into
asking too many questions.
Yeah, you're too aware. You're too self-aware about the situation than to live a normal life, say, because normal life, you're not supposed to recognize all this stuff. You're supposed to live your life as you're supposed to do it.
And just keep being engaged. Yeah.
Because if you, let's just say, in our minds, what a normal human life would be are those people who live through life and they never question sort of like, who am I?
Right.
They're just
like, I just do the life and just
they just do the thing that they do. Right?
Yeah.
They grow up, they have, they go to school.
They don't look into it too much.
Yeah, they find a partner, they have a family together, they have kids, and that's it, right? And then live on to an old age, and that's about it, right? You have a job, you have a career, you have whatever it is, you make okay money, good money, great money, okay, and then you have a good time, you have retirement, and then until you no longer will be in the world anymore. That's the whole process. And you're not supposed to ask any of these questions, because when you start asking it, then you're like, oh shoot, yeah, who am I? Oh, what is this? Why am I doing this? Why should I be doing this? So it's kind of counterintuitive, but like it actually get in the way of you living the quote unquote normal life. But I suppose you can't stop the questioning. It just happens. You keep asking these questions. No matter how you try to not to do it. For some of us, we can't.
Yeah, it's like a thought that comes, right?
Yeah, you can't but just start asking questions, and you can't shut the fuck up. It's just not gonna work, because you can't live with yourself, be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna put out of my mind, and that will be the end of that. And you can't do it, right? So I don't know. It's like, even if you understand that, okay, maybe I can never really find out, but you still wants to find out. It's almost like, despite the fact that is probably kind of it's like a Hail Mary, right? For one to really understand what life is all about. And there's so many people that say that they do, right? From past historical figures to now.
But it's everybody have a theory. Perspective.
Everybody have a theory, but are you willing to bet your life on it?
Yeah, just
so
gonna be
what
another
is true
bet.
and what's not? What's a scam and what's an actual convincing story, right? I mean, if it's all a story, then it's all made up, right?
I think so.
What is true?